everybody, Sebastian Gaines here with another Watch Your Realms video. Hey, I've been playing around here with the Titan in my main account now that I have had a chance to kind of study formations and trying to figure out what I wanted to do with the roster that I have. I can tell you right now that one of the major players that I am missing is Aileen. I have her on my Forerunners account, and with the limited gear that I have there, she does so well in this content, and she can actually push free-to-play accounts into the SS and S Plus range. And then if you really have good gear, I mean, she can easily get you into the triple S. So far I've been working around with different compositions, and we've so far been able to get it to SS Plus. So I am trying to see if I can get to 182,000, which seems so far away right now with this roster. I still keep toying around with the compositions, trying to figure out if there's a way for me to push a little bit. But let me just give you an example of how I've been kind of approaching this. I think that one of the things that you want to do is make sure that you bring in cleansers. You're going to need cleansers because he does apply an anti-healing effect that you need to get rid of, and if you don't have them, it can make your run really short. Of course, we have Maidan and Elowen that are debuffers, so you could possibly use them. And there is a rare. I'll go look in the gallery here after I'm done showing you this, but there is a rare that you can probably use if you're free to play into trying to at least get some points out of this content, so you can get some of the goodies that they're giving away. So I am placing Sadie here, and then one of the things that I tried to decide to do right away is which side am I going to strengthen a little bit more, because that is essentially what the Sunday spot is going to be. And so that's what I use her there for. Now here's one of the cleansers, so you want to make sure that she has a little bit of coverage, right? And at the same time is able to do some healing. So then here I have Elowen, and let me put her here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect her. I'm going to actually, it's been working better if I put him side by side instead of spreading them out diagonally. So I'm just gonna put here Vortex here right behind Elowen, and last it's gonna be Hollow here. She's gonna do some rage regeneration for us, and I'm gonna use her, and I'm gonna point her up. So yes, in this example here, I am trying to cover as many of the statues, but if you really want to and you just want to protect 5 of the 7, you can do that, because you have to protect your healers as well. Otherwise, they're just gonna all die. When you look at your builds, and I can show you the builds that I have, at least in this current heroes right now, just look for ways to add attack speed. That's the big thing here. I was toying around with rage regeneration. That doesn't really help a whole lot. We have Elowen and Hollowing here anyway, so we can use that as an example. So let me, here for this purposes, I'm just going to click auto on the ultimates, but try to, if you really want to push the score like I did here at the beginning with the SS plus or the SS plus, I actually babysitted this a little bit, and I used the ultimates based on when I thought the slams were coming in. So right now it looks really, he's going to be a little bit gentle, so it gets harder as we start approaching the S range. So I might actually stop it there and try to take over. But that's essentially what I'm looking for in terms of when I'm going to activate the ultimates. And yeah, right now the top 2 here are going to be the weaker ones, and I'm not really that concerned about it. And if you do have Elowen, use the Wooden Elf when appropriate, when you need it. You see a statue getting too low, or even if you want to protect her, you can. Of course, we have Maidan here, HP base healer. I've been toying around with trying to get Sadie to protect Hollow a little bit than Maidan, but remember, if Maidan falls down too early, then you lose the debuffing. So I'd rather protect Maidan and Elowen. And I did tank, in a sense, a little bit of Hollow here. even though she's an attack base healer, I think either her amulet or her ring is HP percentage, just so she sustains this fight a little bit more. And then do remember that artifacts do help a lot if you have you know, some leveled. And I have been bad because I have been ignoring my healing artifacts, because I have been pushing the ranged and the fighters, you know, to just trying to farm all that metro just for those particular types, that I completely ignored the my healers. So here's kind of where I'm monitoring as to where things are falling here, just trying to keep an eye on things here. Let me use the wooden elf here, just to try to get an idea of where things are falling, who is about to fall. So here I can see right now, so I gotta keep track of Hollow. So remember, I have the Sunday Emidan kind of protecting her. So let me activate that for this round. Okay. Here is Madan. Yikes. Okay, here comes the other slam. Here comes the other slam. Starting to hit hard. He's starting to hit very hard. All right, let's see. Protection. Protection. Oh, we lost one. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Let me see if I can rescue the statue here. So losing the Sunday does stink, I won't lie, because she does have that little bouncing ball that helps a lot. I'm gonna activate it here in a minute, and too slow. Too slow. All right. But that's kind of the general idea that I'm just giving you, and how you can do your formations and make sure that you try to time as much of it as you can. Sadie here, that damage mitigation is amazing by her. And I bet you sailing Sadie and Eileen together, I bet you I could get the 182. But unfortunately, we're not there yet. So I'm going to keep thinking around with things and see if I can push here with the remaining days that we have. So yeah, SS Plus seems to be what we can do right now. So that's fine. You know, others might have better accounts than mine at the moment, or this in this regard. And if you look at the rankings, I mean, you can see there's Aileen. I just I do not have Inomia, so I'm not quite sure as to how potent her heals is, but it seems like people are making her work well in this regard. So you can kind of see that Eileen is the predominant choice here when it comes to trying to get into the rankings. We do have Gwendolyn, so I have to level her up, and I'll give her a test to try to see if she can complement this a little bit. I did try Laya. I was trying Laya in my composition, but and for some reason I was not getting the burst that I needed to get this pushed through. And it wasn't until I brought in a Sunday in that I really started getting into the 155 range, and that's what really started pushing it. So given that my Laya might be built for Guild Bust right now, it might be not adequate for this, so we'll keep toying around and see what other things we can do to really push the damage. So just if you wanted just an ideas of where my builds are at the moment, you can see that right now with Sadie, I have her, I'm trying it in an invigoration set, and since she has pretty much, I'm having her cover as much as many of the heroes that I'm bringing to the platform. I am hoping that this extra attack goes into one of the attack base sealers, but I don't think it really matters too much. Life force on this side is what I have on her, and like I told you, I need to work on my artifacts a little bit. She has the bright root ring, so she has the better stats, and I'm not sure how much the artifact skill comes into play, but that's certainly something that we can play around with. Euphoric ore for Eloin is something that I'm using on her, and then for now I just gave her one of the Asclepius sets that I have, just to make sure that survives a little bit longer with the Warlord set, and I gave her a lot of attack speed. So see if you can load up some attack speed, balance it out with the HP defense that you're going to need to survive the battles. Same thing with my Dan here, it's Asclepius set. Again, I tried to get the attack speed loaded into her. Nisande, I've been trying her out with an Immortal Warrior, because I really want her to survive the battle as much as she can. Her HP is really low in comparison to the other attack base healers, so I want her in the battle as much as long as possible. And like I told you, one of the things that I also did with Hollow here is that I also have her in an invigoration set, and I actually have her in a life force set, just to give her some HP. And I was seeing her die too quick sometimes too. So yeah, so that right here, HP bonus. So I really want her to stay on the platform as much as possible, to try to boost the rage as much as possible. And my Vortex here, 46,000 HP, and I didn't with him, I was willing to sacrifice the attack speed. I'm still gonna toy around with this and see if that is maybe I can sacrifice some HP for attack speed, maybe boost that score a little bit. But I've been moving stuff around, just trying to test things out. And when I finally just stacked the HP on Vortex, that's when things picked up a little bit more too, so that also helps a little bit. And he has Tia's Bomb, but again, the artifact is not level at all, so that is something that I have to keep in mind, that I have to work on my artifacts for these particular types, because I have been ignoring them. So that's kind of the ideas that I've been toying around with this, and makes me want to get idling it even more. And I probably do regret now not summoning the banner, but at the time it just didn't seem like something that I really needed in the account. But in this content, definitely she would work a whole lot better. So those are kind of the relative tips that I can give you if you decide to tackle this in the next couple of days, just so you can get the most out of the rewards for this event as you can. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. If you have any ideas about formation, I certainly would love to troubleshoot with you and go back and forth to give you any ideas, especially maybe even with your roster that you have, to try to see if there's anything that you can possibly do. And like I said, let me here go in the gallery. There is a rare that I think I saw has an anti-healing effect. Was it this fellow here, or a debuff? Yeah, it dispels one debuff on an ally. So he's if you do not have my Dan, or you should have my Dan. It's the most summonable epic in this game. But if you don't have Eloin, you can try him. Just put HP on him and make sure that he's there to at least make sure that your statues don't get eliminated too quickly. So that's kind of some of the approaches that you can take for this content. So far, given what I experienced in the Forerunner server, I kind of knew and had an idea of what I would need to really push it into the SSS. And so far, being SS plus, I'll take it, top 1%, but we'll keep working on it, because we do really want to see it in the triple S. All right, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching. Remember, hit like and subscribe if you found the video helpful, and I will see you all next time on the next Watch Our Realms video.
Defeat won't define me.